So listen, let's start it off with a bang. Let's make sure we get these people fired up. Who got the first quote of the morning?
Ready?
Let's get it.
Think of yourself as a brand. You need to be remembered. What will they remember you for? What defines you? If you have it in you, do something that defines you. Invent something. Develop a unique skill. Get noticed for something. It creates a talking point. Chris Arnold.
I love that. I love that. I'm not sure who Chris Arnold is, but today he's the expert and today he's feeding us. And I love that. Let me ask you, why did that resonate with you this morning?
Because I feel like when you say think of yourself as a brand is something that you represent. So when you go and you approach people for any purpose, or you talking to people at any time, you represent yourself. So you branding yourself. You're making that person feel at ease with you. If you can't brand yourself, you can't brand what you're trying to sell. So they got to work together because you got to get the person comfortable with you first enough to even let you talk to about whatever it is that you're branding for them, that you're
Absolutely.
trying to sell for them. And he's an entrepreneur and businessman from Liverpool. He's the founder of a group called Camp Leaders.
Mm, never heard of it before. But I can tell you this though, man, I'm so excited that you brought that up because again, people need to know how important it is to build their brand. People need to know how important it is that they think of themselves as a brand. I believe that this should be a course in grade school, another course in high school, another course in college, to be totally honest with you, because in life, you have to build your brand and, you're only as good as your name. Again, we've heard that saying over and over again, but now in life, it has come true. Right, you are only as good as your name, and that's your brand that you're building. If you're a solid person and you stand on solid things, then that is your brand, right? If people can count on you and you're reliable, then that is your brand. If you are a liar, then that is your brand. Whatever it is, that's your brand, and you got to stand up and hold yourself accountable for that. And I definitely believe that we don't speak about that enough. We don't teach our children this enough. And we don't discuss it enough. As mother, son, father, uncle, cousin, all of that, right? Because in the end, that's who you are, right? Whoever you brand yourself to be. I can't tell you how long I've been working on my brand. And, each and every year, each and every time I do something, it's interesting to see how people still think of me as that. People still think of me as Quinn.C. People still think of me as Bridge the Gap Entertainment, right? And because I've done so good at branding these things, right? I just wish that I would have known sooner that, hold up, you know what? My name is a brand. Quincy J. Sims has to stand for something. He is the person that people will always remember. And there's the legacy right there. So the sooner you get started building your brand on your personal name, then that's the legacy. Because when you die, it's interesting, right? They don't put nicknames, and when they do put nicknames on tombstones, I feel like they're just trying to be funny. That's really where you took your brand. But the idea is that your real name, oh, that's the real thing. All right. Thank you for that. Drop that inside a Telegram. We need it.
There you go. Thank you. Welcome.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. We up to number 2. All right. This one is called Set Expectations. Set expectations early in the sales process and ask your prospect difficult questions about factors like their budget and timeline before providing them with something they want, like a demo or trial. In doing so, you'll qualify the prospect, build a genuine rapport, with them, and earn their trust.
I
That's
love
it.
it. Give us some context.
Well, you know that you always say you got to build value with the customer and give them you got to sell on the qualities of the sale, not how much it costs.
Right.
So basically, that's one. It was a short one today, but that's basically how we to put that into our business.
Yeah. No, definitely powerful. Can you read it for me one more time?
Hold on, Quincy. Boy. Okay. Set expectations early in the sales process. Ask your prospect difficult questions about factors like their budget and timeline before providing them with something they want, like a demo or trial. In doing so, You'll qualify the prospect, build a genuine rapport with them, and earn their trust.
Yeah,
Hey
absolutely.
man, you only got 30 seconds for them to like you. You know that, right?
Right.
Shit.
Right. It's truly interesting because, and what I take away from it is the difficult questions that you have to ask. It is very hard getting new hires to ask those difficult questions. Well, why are you looking into getting Verizon today? Why are you, interested in our services? Let me ask you, what's wrong with your current services that you don't like? What's some things that you do like about your current services? These are all difficult questions, but they are the questions with the meat and potatoes in them. They're the questions that actually build a rapport with the customer, the things that's going to show your customer that you're not just a wham bam thank you ma'am. You're not looking for a one night stand. You're looking for a lifetime with this person. And that right there is the best way to say it. Ask the difficult questions, have the difficult conversation that you need to have, and usually it goes the distance, right? So thank you for that. Drop that inside a Telegram. They absolutely need that. Mish, bring us home.
Okay. Champions keep playing until they get it right. Billie Jean King. It's perfect for when you just want to give up. Just what the content is, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days. You just gotta keep going.
For me one more time.
Champions keep playing until they get it right by Billie Jean King.
Okay. I don't know who Billie Jean King is. Do you?
I don't.
You know who that is? No. Okay. Well, absolutely. I mean, we've seen that so many times. That's exactly why we study successful people on this call, right? Because again, we like to be around that energy, and we like to take the little nuances, the things that people may say makes them crazy, right? And just genius watch and look at them for what they truly are, the genius that they are, right? I call it genius watching. So thank you for that. Drop that inside of Telegram. We need it.
Billie Jean King was a professional tennis player.
Never heard of him before. Was he? What was he?
You never heard of her before?
Billie Jean King is a female.
So this is the original.
They had a big tennis match years ago when he was dissing a woman who he says he can, Billie Jean King, that he could beat her with his eyes closed, and she whooped his ass.
So this was a guy, and this guy was.
He switched up like the Kardashian man.
Yeah.
You kidding?
Jean King was originally a female.
Who?
Billie Jean King.
You know what I mean? But no. Wait a minute. You got the right one. Billie Jean King was a tennis player, female tennis player, right?
Right.
Who challenged, who Bobby Riggs said that he could beat her with his eyes closed, and they had a match, and she whooped his ass as a woman.
Right. But she's transcended now. She did like the Kardashian man.
When the hell did she do that? She's got to be 90 years old by now.
She's 77 now.
Really?
You know, Bruce Jenner switched over. You know, Bruce Jenner was in whatever his sports was, swimming, whatever. He switched over. He was a man and switched to a woman.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see her pictures now. Okay. But you remember that match, what I'm talking about? Charmaine, you remember, Charlene?
I remember Billie Jean King when she was playing tennis.
No, I'm saying you remember when she challenged, when what's his name challenged her, and she whooped his ass?
I don't really remember who all she played, Ron. I won't even tell you that one. But I know she was number one in her field at one point, just like Serena and all of them were.
Wow. Listen, you find out something new every day. And that's exactly why I enjoy this call, because I get a chance to study successful people. And, that's not a habit that I want to pick up. But, I like people who are at the top of their game. I like people who are at the top of their game. All right. So now I'm going to share my screen with you so that we can get right into Grant Cardon's training.
Not enough calls.
All right, guys. The next 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Today we're studying not enough calls. First off, let me get my screen shared.
Not enough calls. The second biggest mistake made with follow-up is not enough contact. Not enough calls. The second biggest mistake made with follow-up is not enough contacts, not enough different contacts. Frequency, often enough, volume, all of those would basically engulf this area of not enough. Okay, consider this. 80% of all sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. I don't even have enough fingers to do this, okay? I need 12 contacts. 12 contacts to make some of these sales. The average salesperson doesn't make any calls. I think 2% of all of them are made after 2 calls. The numbers are ridiculous, okay? 80% require at least 5 requests, 5 follow-ups, 5, you gonna do this? Could we do this? What would it take to do this? What could I take? Well, can I bring it to you right now? Could I change your mind? Anything. Not enough calls is the number 2 biggest reason you're not being effective. Not enough contacts, not enough follow-up. So if you think it's going to be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, your buddies are with you, oh, the guy never calls me back. Nobody ever answers the phone. Knock it off, man. Okay? Like you left the hospital as a baby at least 40 years ago. You don't need to go back there now. Act like a grown-up. This is the real world. There's 7 billion people on this planet competing with gravity. Okay? You're not making enough phone calls. You're not making enough emails. You're not sending enough texts out. You're not making enough contacts for anyone to even know you exist. It's the same problem for you on social media. You don't exist. You tweet twice a day into a billion universe of tweets. Nobody knows you exist, and you're competing with Kim Kardashian and Kanye and their breakup. You understand? Not enough. Not often enough. Not enough volume of contacts to make a difference. 1 or 2 won't do it. 5 to 12. Think with that. It's not enough calls is the second biggest mistake in follow-up.
All right, all right, all right.
Not enough calls. The second biggest mistake made with follow-up.
Quiz time. What is the second biggest mistake made with follow-up? Is it A, not asking for the close soon enough? Is it B, being too pushy with the customer? Is it C, consistent? Or is it D, not enough calls and customer contacts?
D.
D.
2 Ds. What do you say, mommy? D. All right.
D. I'm
Right.
sorry. I was on mute.
No worries. Blank of all sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact with the customer. It says A, 55, B, less than 10%, C, 80%, D, 25%.
80%.
80.
See?
2 C's. What you say, Mish?
C.
All day. Let's get it. All right. So in addition to limited follow-up contact, what is the one tool that is often untapped and underutilized by most salespeople? Is it A, confidence? Is it B, social media? Is it C, closes? Is it D, product knowledge?
B.
1B.
B.
B.
3 B's. Drum roll. Congratulations, guys. We on point, right? And this is great for our self-esteem. We got a hunt done. But what did we just learn?
Gotta stay at it. Can't give up. Gotta get up. Keep at it. Ugh.
Anybody else?
Well, I was surprised that he said that 80% of the sales they made between the 5th and the 12th contact, but
Mhm.
you need at least 12 contacts before you even start, before you can even really actually get anything out of it. So I think the 80%, you got to really stay on it in order to not be in that 80%. I mean, to be in that 80%,
Yeah.
because it takes 5 to 12 for one, basically, is what he's saying. And then you got to have a whole lot of contacts. You need a large contact list.
You know, on a daily basis, right? I don't think that we fully understand how important following up is, right? We have to follow up on everything that we do. I mean, you know, everything that we say, you know, if we really want to make it happen, you know, we can look at it as micromanaging, or we can look at it as just doing our job, or we can look at it as, hey, you know, I'm in sales. However we look at it, right? You need to be able to take on this attitude with following up that just says, hey, this is a part of it. You know, I have to make it a habit to actually follow up on the things that I want. It's not just about sales, is what I'm trying to say. In sales, obviously, right, we need to follow up. Obviously, we need to take inventory of when we call this person, when they told us to call us back, when the person of, you know, that person who can handle the account is actually home. But for the most part, what you really want to do is just make sure that you build follow up into your entire life and lifestyle. If not, you know, you're always going to find yourself either plugging holes or having to go back over things, or not having what you want, which is what Grant is teaching us. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Does anyone have anything else they want to share? As always, guys, your silence is golden. I'll speak with you soon.